So Danny Dimes is officially out in New York. They cut him earlier today or a day ago, depending on when I upload this. And for me personally, I thought this was a bit surprising. I really thought they would wait until the offseason to move him, but when you put him at scout team safety, that disrespect is very, very real. And I feel like if that was truly the last straw. So here we are with about 6 more weeks left in the NFL season, and Daniel Jones is officially a free agent. He has to clear waivers. I don't think any team is going to claim him, because if they were to claim him, they would have to take on his contract. So realistically, no team is going to do that. But I really want to get into potential landing spots for Daniel Jones, because I've made vids on him before, and I think he's a career backup. He's definitely not a starter in the NFL, but as a backup, I feel like he can be productive. Like, we've seen Danny put together some good games every now and again with his Giants career. So I feel like if he's in the right spot with a good team as a backup quarterback, I feel like he could fill in for a few weeks or maybe a little longer and have some success in certain spots. But so I just want to go over potential landing spots for Daniel Jones. Now, right before I started recording this vid, Jerry Jones actually was asked about Daniel Jones and if the Cowboys were going to sign him, and he said, quote, "We feel comfortable with Cooper Rush right now, and we like what Trey Lance can do for us." So for the remainder of the year, he won't be on the Cowboys roster, according to Jerry Jones. But to be honest, going into the 2025 year, I like Daniel Jones on the Cowboys. One, it's the extra motivation to play for the Giants' rival. So if he wasn't already fired up and pissed off before actually getting cut, to have the potential to actually maybe play the Giants once or twice a year, depending on Dak Prescott's health, is definitely going to be a motivational thing. And plus, you would want to get back on the team that just cut you. You want to get back at your ex who, broke up with you. It's human nature. So I definitely like that landing spot for Danny for sure. And I touched on this a while ago too, but Dak Prescott's hurt every other year, and we've seen it. So I feel like the Cowboys need to invest in a solid backup quarterback, and I feel like Jones fits that description pretty well. I feel like he's definitely better than Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. I mean, Cooper Rush is definitely not looking great so far compared to how he looked 3 years ago. So I feel like if Jerry had half a brain cell left in his head, I would definitely look into signing Danny Jones in the 2025 offseason. You guys let me know if you agree with that take. Next up, to focus more on the present, Brock Purdy is out this Sunday against the Packers, against a must-win game. The 49ers are going to start Brandon Allen. Now, I don't know how severe Brock Purdy's injury is. I know it's a shoulder issue, but who knows? Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, they're pretty aggressive guys. And, if they really want to make a push for the playoffs, signing Daniel Jones and putting him on the Niners, I'd kind of be down for that. If Purdy's out for an extended amount of time, I would definitely be okay with that. Plus, I would like to see what he could do under a pretty good offensive-minded guy like Kyle Shanahan. You have McCaffrey, even though he hasn't looked like McCaffrey. You still have some solid pieces there. I think that'd be a really fascinating move, and I hope we could see that. I would definitely be tuning in to watch Danny Dimes on the Niners. I think that'd be very entertaining. Another team I definitely like for Daniel Jones is the Miami Dolphins. Maybe not for the rest of this year, but who knows? Maybe they might like the insurance. It's kind of like the same situation with Dak Prescott. When you have a guy like Tua, who is pretty injury prone because of all his concussions, of course, to invest in a solid backup quarterback is definitely a good investment. And we saw firsthand that they really weren't prepared for that at all this year. had really bad insurance, and that insurance was Tyler Huntley and what was that other terrible quarterback's name? Skylar Thompson. Oh my, that dude is. I mean, that dude should never play in the NFL ever again. I think he should go to the XFL and just, maybe try to come back there. Because, like, come on, man. That was not an NFL caliber quarterback. Like, how was he the starter going into that Seahawks game? Just absolutely ridiculous. But Daniel Jones on the Dolphins, I like that move too, man. You have amazing run game there. You have Waddle. You have Tyreek. Mike McDaniel is a pretty good offensive-minded guy like Kyle Shanahan. I would be curious to see what he could do there. And Daniel can kind of be a mobile quarterback at times. Yes, we all remember that infamous time he stumbled over the turf monster against the Eagles on that Thursday night football game, but he can still move, and I'd be curious to see what Mike McDaniel would scheme up week to week. If Daniel Jones was the QB1 on the Dolphins, I'd be down for that for sure. And I think that'd be a good move for the Dolphins. I really do. And, a lot of people have kind of speculated that he could go to the New York Jets. Maybe. I mean, with that team, anything is truly possible. I don't like that move. I just don't. I think he should just get out of New York, just move on to another state, another team, another franchise, another city, because I just think that organization absolutely reeks right now. So if I was Danny's agent, I would definitely advise against that, but they're definitely going to be looking for a quarterback in the 2025 offseason, so it's definitely in the realm of possibilities. You let me know where you think Daniel should sign, or do you think he should remain unsigned? Do you think he should go to the UFL or the CFL? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, obviously he's going to clear waivers, and once he does that, he will be able to sign with a team. I feel like we're going to kind of see like what Baker Mayfield did a few years ago with the Rams, where he played a solid game with the Rams, and that definitely got his stock up, and then of course he signed with the Buccaneers. I'm definitely curious to see if Danny could do that. Again, I feel like the Niners signing him is a likely scenario. I don't really see any other team that's really jumping out to me right now that would sign him once he clears, but we'll have to find out. Regardless, it's an end of an era for Daniel Jones in New York. Pretty awful era, but long overdue, and I'm glad they did it. I think it's best for both parties to just move on at this point. And yeah, man, if you made this far, please subscribe. It'd help out your boy a ton. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
The Bengals set at the line. Dime package. The Broncos snap it at the 41. Should have had it.
Well, Jim Nantz, even you could coach the team in a situation like this. You're winning big. It's 3rd and long. You know what you do? You hand the football off and you punt the football.
The Broncos lined up. Bunch formation. The Broncos snap it at the 41. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab. The Broncos, 1 timeout remaining. Offense ready for action coming out of their timeout. This will be a 46-yard field goal attempt. The field goal attempt is good. It's good. A good first half of action here, and soon we'll be sending you to Orlando and to our host, Larry Ridley. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. The Broncos take the field here in the second half, looking to extend their lead in this one, partner.
Yeah, you know what you do? It's halftime is over. You come out here. You're not sure what the new game plan is going to be, but feel your way into the game. Don't take a chance early and turn the football over.
Coming up, 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up short gain.
The reception by Demarius Thomas. The Broncos haven't had an easy time passing the football lately.